Depending on where you live, the housing market could be red hot or strangely quiet right now. Truth is, local markets are starting to move in different directions, and Reece and I talk about the tale of two markets and what it means this week on Team Tuesday. Woo-hoo! Woo! Hi, I'm Jeff, and this is Reece. And we're often asked what the difference between a buyer's market versus a seller's market is, and in some places, buyers are calling the shots and others, sellers still hold the power. So Reece, what is a buyer's market?
In a buyer's market, it means there are more homes for sale and not as many buyers. That means that homes tend to sit longer, buyers gain negotiating power, and prices tend to soften as a result. It's simply supply and demand.
That makes sense. So for a seller's market, just the other way around?
That's right. A seller's market happens when there aren't enough homes available for the number of people looking to buy them. And because buyers have to compete with each other to get the house that they want, that leads to faster sales, multiple offers, and rising prices.
That makes sense. So, and it's good to know. Let's take a look around the region to see the number of buyers and sellers and how that impacts each market.
According to Redfin, the Northeast and Midwest regions are more likely to be a seller's market. Buyers still outnumber sellers, and that's keeping things tilted in favor of homeowners.
That's interesting, but we see the opposite here. In the South and the West region, it's leaning more towards a buyer's market. So more listings to choose from, less competition amongst buyers.
That's a major shift from a few years ago when sellers had the advantage almost everywhere.
That's right. Today, your local conditions matter even more than ever, and they can vary from one neighborhood even to the next.
Another factor to keep in mind is when activities shift, so do prices.
That makes sense. So for example, in places where demand still outpaces supply, like most of the Northeast and Midwest, prices are continuing to climb.
Right, but in parts of the South and the West where inventory is up and demand is down, prices are softening and sellers are taking lower offers.
That makes sense. So that being said, don't panic if you own a home in a market where the prices are dipping. Most homeowners have built up a lot of equity over the last few years and are still likely to come out ahead when you go to sell.
Really, the bottom line is in a market where conditions vary this much from place to place, success starts with understanding every aspect of your local market. Connect with the local agent so you've got an expert in your corner who knows exactly how to guide you through your personal market.
Yep, that's right. So give us a call here at 970-589-7700 and we'd be happy to help. Thanks for joining us for Team Tuesday. Have a great day.